A very good morning to everybody. It is a little over 8 Central where I'm at, and no matter what happens in the world, this is why I created my social media. It's a safe space, a fun place, a happy place, as much as I can, with all the challenges. You see, why do immigrants migrate? I'll tell you a simple answer: to find joy and happiness. Even animals, even birds, right? All that they migrate, food, resources. If you have food, resources, protection, family, tribes, friends, you are automatically happy. So people travel far and wide in search of happiness. The pursuit of happiness. Isn't it part of the Constitution as well? It's written. It's birth given right to all of us. So no matter what happens, even whichever zone we are in, I try to bring the pleasantness, and for this I thank my mother. My mother, when I was younger, I would wake up and I would look around in the family. I was like, why is it they're so happy about? Because when I was younger, I was a bit of a miserable child. I was born into a war zone, Sri Lanka, right? So I was not understanding why my mother and others were so joyful about, because I grew up to a war zone. But as I aged now, and I have seen and I've built my life, right? And I understand when there's nothing that can be done, at least you want to keep your energies pleasant, right? So we have a choice. With the things that happen to us, we can be miserable about it, which is, sometimes you got to be sad and let the feelings go. But don't ever stay in a miserable state. Always make it a habitual ritual to start the day happy. We call it Honda Siriyawai. That means in Sri Lanka in the morning, if you go to Sri Lanka, if you go to India, early morning they play prayers. Blast it. Even in Middle East, they play the azan. What is it? It's just to wake you up. It's just to say, hey, the sun is rising again. You have another day to work on the things that you can still work on, right? We might have lost many things, but we still have time. And how much time do we have? You decide on how you conduct your life. Joyful energy, yes, joyful energy. If you have joyful energy, even war, you will find it like a joke. I will tell you. Because the mind is so great, because it can, in a way, sometimes disassociating yourself. Many children right now who are going through this, because I went through this when as a child, will disassociate and kind of learn. The body will adapt to live through this. They will store it in their body, but thank God we have therapy. Thank God we have access to resources. Now, if they have certain feelings, they can at least talk about it, vent it out. When I grew up, yes, joy is resistance. Joy is resistance. So my goal is, I'll tell you all, if you all can get me to the gym, back again to the gym, I would really like to go back to the gym. That's part of the, not to I don't care about building muscles. Anyway, that's a given, I think. Hello, Mr. Rick. All I want is to be active. I'm so used to being active. So when my body doesn't have movement, when I am in freeze mode, and it just feels very miserable for my mind. And today is a rainy day, but you all know that otherwise I'd be out the door and I'd be walking summer. That's what I did. You all can see from my YouTube and my, I always live stream outside. So I cannot wait for spring to come so I can have another walking, I go for long walks in the park, and I just like being active. Just when my body is moving, mind just all the things just fall. I don't care where I am, which country, I am just in the moment. That is the beauty of staying in motion. When we are in motion, all the longer we work on something, in the zone, the flow, right? Even if we are like, for me, I'll tell you, when my body has dispelled the repressed energy, anger, rage, or whatever, and then put it into something pleasant like sports, gym, okay, or going somewhere in the morning, maybe visiting. 2 years ago, I didn't go to the gym. I went to Sri Lanka. I visited all the travel tourist places, and in a way, I'm a little bummed. I'll tell you all the honest truth. I already booked a ticket to go visit Sri Lanka for the New Year. The Sinhalese New Year comes in spring. Different parts of the world, dancing in the morning. Good. Yes, that's good. People who do, grandmothers, uncles that do Zumba. I know one person, he does Zumba. He's in his 80s. Some people still do ballroom. They have their rituals in the morning. These are rituals. Going to certain classes, joining that thing that you want to try, Spring makes sense, right? So that is the actual New Year. Over here, they have it a little backward. Winter is New Year. Depending on which, nothing is wrong with calling it, but in other parts of the world, spring is the New Year. So doesn't that make sense? Flowers bloom. So it's going to be a wonderful celebration. Not just over there, even here. You will see it. It's going to start now with Holi. Because we are now united and we are all celebrating each other's, like I celebrate Cinco de Mayo, and then whatever comes over here. Like before I came to America, I didn't know anything about South American culture, Mexican culture. But now you ask me, I go in whenever they have some kind of celebration. It's the same thing. We celebrate whichever ones we align with, and we discard the ones that we cannot make. Yes, everything's still asleep, but you can hear the bird. Can you hear them? That's why I opened did you hear that? I opened the window. Can you hear them? They are chirping. That is the only sound that I look for in the morning. Before this, right? In Asia, they look for if the rooster is quack, 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 quack. See, birds. What is that? Do they know there's a war? Do they know anything about, but anything about what's happening politically? They don't know. But they are doing exactly what they are designed to do today. So that's why, you can always learn from nature to just go on routine, auto, no schooling. They didn't have a school. It's automatically, in us. It's programmed in us. But somewhere along the journey, we were, due to fear and whoever raised us, we would have, or whichever trauma we trapped in, we forgot those. Yes. And also kindest people who, they are not even, afraid. They're not even afraid. Have you ever noticed people who went to different schools of thought than what you might have? I learn from everybody. I'll tell you the honest truth. I have mixed with friends from my closest friends who have gotten PhD dissertation, to my mother who went to monastery school and then became she dropped out so she can take care of her siblings at a young age because of war. So in between, how many layers of education? And I've also dabbled with some people who's never ever gone to school and have the purest hearts. See, it's not about education. Education is valid, it's important, but at this moment, everybody can learn and come together, to bring something. Even if you're not educated, or if you're educated, provide your best self to the world. That's why we are all online. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I use my resources I learned from aviation, from IT, from working in different spaces. All that I was like, what can I bring from all the spaces that I've been educated by, shaped by, and what can I leave to the world, even in a smaller space, so that they can learn something. If I were to be gone, at least they can refer to me as like, oh, he lived this way. So bring your best lessons. I would love for you all to be mentors and guides in your own way. Be something you'd be proud of. Even if people say whatever, be something you'd be proud of. Okay, all right, let's sing. Start the morning. Birds are singing, we must sing something beautiful in the morning. At least a song, one at least. පෙරදි තැනකදී දිනක බැඳි බැඳි සිටිය හැටි සිතේ මතකයෙන් දියදී I will tell you, please. That's what I'm pulling up to explain. I know what it means in Sinhala, but I'll tell you. That means you will fly to infinity So it's a lot of songs in Sri Lanka. It's very poetic based, right? Just like many ancient songs, and it's a love song, all right? It's a love song. It's a duet between two partners, right? And this is how people find love, right? In nature, especially if you're a bird, uh, your way of dating someone is through, what is it? If you're a bird, how are you going to attract your mate? And then you choose if you want to mate with that person. Is that they present you their voice, their talents. And then you present your voice, your talents. And then if you both match, if you find that to be, wow, that's somebody I want to unionize with, then you come together and you expand your life. So Sri Lankan, when people fall in love, right, in my time, my mother's time, it's normally you like somebody, whether you're in class, in school, not when you're very young, but when you're in teenager, like high school, right? Like everybody has a high school sweetheart. So it's kind of like that. You meet someone, you don't say to the girl, when I liked a girl, when I had a crush, I never say to the girl that I like. We are very private people. We don't say out loud, I like. Over here in America, it's very blunt. They say, oh, I want to ask you out. It's not like that. We don't do that. We first show our beauty. First we present ourselves, and then let the girl notice us. And if she shows interest and we can catch cues, right? And then we move on. If we both mutually like, because sometimes the girl might like the guy, but the guy might not like the girl. Maybe, he has somebody else in his heart. So music, dance, activities, through this, people, I'm also including LGBTQIA community, whoever you like, maybe how do you attract your partner, your love mate, your soul, or even make friends, is that you bring your best self. Then automatically people will be attracted. Automatically people will, if you're joyful, of course somebody wants to build a life with you. If you're joyful, of course somebody wants to be in your team. Because when the world falls apart, do you want to go spend the day with someone who is miserable, talk about how miserable it is more and more and just be more miserable? Or do you want to come out of it and think of, okay, maybe there's a war zone here, but maybe there's a beautiful place we can migrate over there. Maybe there's a beautiful space that we can visit till the war is over. Right? So you want people who are positive, who are optimistic about the future, who will not think of you as a parent, your parent, right? If your child is in a depression, would you leave your child to be depressed, or would you try to assist them and support them out of that state of mind? And so your best friends, your best companions, your best families, your best soulmates should be those who take you out of wherever your present moment that is dragging you down to an elevated, heightened space. And always associate yourself with I call it birds of the same feather flock together. Always have a flock of birds in your life, be it in your algorithm, be it on your social media, be it in your friends list, that lift you up. Because if you look in the sky, in the morning, if you go out for walks, they go together. We call it ranchu. Ranchu means a flock. They're probably not even family. Oftentimes you look at a flock, they're probably not even siblings. They're probably just orphans. They met mid-journey, just like us when we get into a bus in the morning. Before all this, back in the day, I used to take a bus. You agree in that moment, I'm going to get in this bus and take this to office. And all these people collectively agreed at 8 o'clock. Sometimes you even see the same person in the bus. And you ride with them few times. Sometimes you say hello, sometimes you don't. But sometimes this person takes the same bus. So why am I saying all this? Is because the way that people fall in love in other parts of the world is very different than the way that in America. In America, one of the things I struggled when I came here was dating life, because it seemed very structured for me. If you like a girl, you ask her out, then you go for a date. It was a bit like, it was okay, but didn't seem natural to me. Because if you like someone, they show you signs that they like you too, right? It's kind of like, if you're in this branch and they're in this branch, you are singing, like you said something very immediately, you heard her voice, right? His. That's when I knew that there's something in her voice that attracted you. You didn't say the boy's voice is beautiful. So I caught immediately that she, even though she doesn't understand the language, she is seeking a soothing, gentle, feminine voice to nourish her. And that's what you're seeking, and you will find that soul nourisher, partner maybe. I don't know who that person will be. But if you want to know the girl's name, she's very beautiful. She looks like an angel, right? I will tell you her name. This song, I can even send you the link. Hirushi Jayasena. Hirushi Jayasena. She is also a product of Sri Lankan colonization. Sri Lanka is a small island. I don't know if she's partnered or what. I don't know much about, let's see. But she's a beautiful, she looks like an angel, literally. Sri Lankan musical, I think she might even have, I don't know her YouTube, but you can look it up. She's on Instagram. Recording artist, Voice of Sri Lanka Season 3. For inquiries, contact at hirushi.com. There you go. So if you find that there's something in her tone of voice that awakened you this morning, I'm grateful. Maybe my job was to connect you to your next puzzle piece, to get you to your healing space. Maybe you will meet your best friend from this land. Maybe I will be your wingman to get you to where you need to go. So I'm happy to see if somebody can move on a step further in their life through me. I feel like I would have done my job, because that's what we all need. Sometimes our hearts know who we seek, but we cannot verbalize it. Yeah? So Sri Lankan love, yes, Sri Lankan love is very natural. Okay, it's very natural. They're very blunt. If you like someone, you like someone. If you don't, you don't. Right? They would not, it's kind of like, how do I say? In nature, you look at birds. One bird chirp. The peacock, monara. We call it monara. Peacock. Do you know the big peacock with colors comes and prances? So, don't doodles. Maybe Dawn will explain better to you. Also, she's also from Sri Lanka. She's amazing. She does artwork. She lives with her family in Germany. So then I'm explaining to Hayes about I was playing Me Pirunu Suwanda Malvani, this song, and she said the girl's voice is so beautiful. And then I'm explaining about the song. It's a beautiful song, because in the morning we play happy songs in my house, my mom and all. We always Siriyawai. I don't know how to say the word. Siriyawai means, how to say Siriyawai in English? How to say Siriyawai? I don't know how to say. That is the English word. How to say Siriyawai in English? Auspicious. How to say Siriyawai like this? Meet each other. Follow. Because you will see she does art. Maybe I will translate pleasant. Yes, that's the word, pleasant. So in the morning, my grandmother and my mother, like the women raises people in the family. Thank you, level 13. Right? In Asia, like especially Sri Lanka, India, it's run by matriarch, not patriarchal society, right? So anything my grandmother says is taken very seriously in the house, right? She sets the energy in the house. When we go to my grandmother's house, God bless her soul, she passed away, but any advice, we go to her. If I'm going to I dreamed of becoming a pilot, I seek her blessing. When I was a kid, I tell her, Grandma, I want to become a pilot, I seek your blessings. And then she says, yes, you will do it, but protect yourself. She does a little small ritual, right? Because your grandmother has the women, leadership women have certain power. They can protect you even with words, right? So she says everybody, even anybody, doesn't have to be people who are not even related to my grandmother, would come to the house. If they had problems, they would come. They would be like, Auntie, I'm facing this. Because back then, no chat GPT. So they came to the elder of the village. And they said, they knew if somebody had so many children and they have grandchildren and the house is running fine, they know, okay, that house, we can go to that house because that house stayed together even through all this. Think about it. Think about how brilliant people are. They just looked. It's like, okay, this house, who's there? How is it running? Okay. This house, how many people is there? Okay, everybody's functioning. Okay, that means something they did right in this house. Let me go to this house and ask the grandmother, how did you make things work? Then the grandmother gives her, if you have a problem, you just tell the grandmother, my husband ran. They would come and say to my grandmother, my husband went away, left me with this. She would say, don't worry. She would always say, my grandmother was such a dear lady. She would always say, don't worry, you are doing great. You want food, she will cook extra, give food. Sometimes leave the children behind, we'll take care of you. Because some mothers, they had no choice. In Sri Lanka, I'll tell you, even till today, just like here, marry, leave, okay? So what they will do is, the mother is left with because loving time, lovely, beautiful love, okay? Then some guys are good, they stay together. Those are normal. No need to give them extra credit. They are supposed to stay together, all right? There's nothing great about a man staying in and taking care of the kids. He's supposed to do that. That is, he's not doing an extra honor. The woman is doing an extra honor, carrying the child, doing so many things. So if a man is staying in a relationship, don't give him extra credit. I don't know why this society, if a man stays in a relationship, they are putting him in a pedestal. He's not, him and woman, same pedestal put, okay? Because his job is easy. If he 5 minutes he finish, he go to work. But the wife has to feed children, more connected to the mother carried for 9 months. Any problem, they come to the mother. So her father easily can disconnect from the child. Mother's bond is forever. She's stuck in that role. So if anything, have more empathy for the mother. Because for a mother to say no to a child is 100 times harder than the father to say no. Because father did not carry the child 9 months. Father does not know how it changes biologically for the mother. So if anything, that's why I said in Islam, heaven is under your mother's feet, because she did such a service. She did such a service to bring us out. Even in Sri Lanka, we say, even if your mother birthed you and never took care of you, she did her job. Because she could have, so many things could have happened. You might have not even popped out. Even if the mother birthed and you were orphaned, please pray for her. Because something must have gone wrong for her to leave you behind and move on, because that means she either didn't have support, she wasn't given social support, she was probably treated. A lot of times in certain societies, when the man is not there in the family, when there's no man, they used to shun women. Even in India, oh, you don't have a husband, oh, what did you do wrong, what is that, what did he do wrong, maybe ask that, right? Society was so patriarchal, asking women what did she do wrong if the man went away. So we are going, but in a matriarchal society, so I'm going to mother is a mother, yes. So the matriarchal society, like my grandmother, grandfather, until end, all right, until end together. Simple. Back then, they didn't have social media, nothing. You know, when my grandmother met my grandfather met, my grandfather was on my mom's side was an orphan. He was adopted. He was brought to Sri Lanka, and he served in the police force for under British. All right, that's the job he had. He did it, and he got married. Back then, you just needed to have a job. Nobody asked you what kind. So much, to get married wasn't a big deal because people got married. It wasn't such a requirement what to see all these qualifications. My grandmother, she was on my mom's side. She's the eldest of the twins, and when it was time for her to get married, they asked her also, and they both agreed. They saw each other. I think it was through arranged marriage, and they had children, and then I'm the second generation. But anything that we needed to know, like blessing, first we go to a grandmother. My mom also will ask. So any problem, she guided us. Some problem we have to ask grandfather. My grandfather, I only got to see very brief time because he was very old when I was born. It was about a few years only. I was fortunate to know him. So the song, yes. So the song, okay. So in my time, I asked everyone also. The way you court someone, let's say you like somebody, you play song, you meet in class, you write, it's very innocent. The way people in Sri Lanka fall in love is very innocent, I'll tell you. They will write a love song, put it paper, and give it to the person you have a crush on. If she or he replies, that means it's good. That means you got it. That means you guys can go on a date. If they tear it, it's like finished. Then you cry, you try somewhere else. So I used to watch like my cousins and all. They write, their feelings, because songs tell feelings, right? And it's a beautiful poetry. So you write in a piece of paper. You sneak it. Let's say it's a class, you sneak it on their desk before they walk in. And they sit there and then you sing this song. And then they know, he or she has interest on you. And then the classroom knows, and it's very sweet. And then one other way is, let's say you travel every day, so to school. Over there's no school bus. Now there is, but you would take I'm talking about teenagers, okay, and like people who are going to college, to don't ask, this is not for kids, okay. Let's say you get in a bus to go to school, and you see somebody you have a crush on, then you slowly ask them, can I sit here? Then you start being their friends, and you learn about them, they learn about you. Then it's very organic. It's kind of like nature. Nature is such. Any even if you take a dog or a cat, they will first, do I like this? Is it? If not, yes, not no. Yes, here. That's why I think it never worked out for me. Here, you know why it is. Many things they ask, what job you have? 6 figures. What is the figure? I'm like, are you asking about my body measurement? I didn't understand when they first asked me, do you make 6 figures? I was like, which are you asking about, my chest or waist? What is the 6 figures you're looking for? Then they said, no, it's the your yearly income. It's like, oh, you need those kind of numbers to date somebody. If they ask me nowadays, how much do you make? Is it 6 figures? I said, you figure it out. And whatever number you give me, I am happy. So, before I had no answer for that. Nowadays when they ask me, what is your figure for annual tax return? You figure it out, and if the number makes you happy, I'm okay with it. Because whatever numbers are, it's something learned, right? It's very naive, these things. I mean, having some money, we all know the hedonic cycle. Having money brings some comfort, but it can never change the state of your mind, right? Even if you, let's say you win the lottery, even. Let's say today you buy a ticket. I'm telling you, you go buy a ticket. Go buy a lottery ticket. I hope to God you win it. I'm sending good energy. I'm sending the best energy that you must win it. Go buy one. It's almost St. Patrick's Day. And see, you will hit the jackpot. You will. If you believe in it, you will hit the jackpot. Alright? And find out how much of that jackpot money you can use to buy happiness. You remember when you were a child? Remember when you were a kid? There were times, no matter what gift somebody gave you, you were not happy. Do you remember that? That is your inner child. Can never be bought. Can have pleasant moments of here and there. Okay, these things like white watch made me happy when I was a kid, shirt. But now I have so much. Like this is so much. I will manifest more. Because for me, manifestation is just for fun. It's like a playhouse. Right? See, look at this. This is the example of blessing. This is the example of somebody who is rich. I make $800 a month, and I have never been happier in my life because happiness is inside. So, the root cause of happiness is you. So if I throw you in a village, you will be happy. If I throw you in a mansion, you will be happy. If I make you homeless tomorrow, you will be happy. If I make you a billionaire tomorrow, you will be happy. Because it is not what comfort you have, it is your perspective. Same thing, if you're in a war zone, you will be happy. If you're in somebody died, you will still find positivity. You will be like, okay, they lived. There was time to go, the time to die. What can we do? You can't save somebody from dying unless, doctors also try you. That means you know the secret to life. Walaikum salam. Happiness is a gift we give to ourselves. Jane is also like that. Jane is very Siriyawai, very pleasant. This is why Jane is my friend. Do you know why? I always tell, Jane gives me gift. But you know what she says when I go to her life? Oh, Adam, never give me, don't give. Why do you say that? People give you gift. Take it. Jane, I want you from this year, don't ever say no to gift. Somebody give you, you never ask, right? You never ask. I know Jane, she never asks for gift. There's two types of people on TikTok. One type of person asking. It's okay. They know they don't know better, so they ask. The other type of person say, no, don't. Why? This game is gift. They throw, you take. You understand? See, listen to Hayes. She says, it is a gift to accept gift gratefully. You are shy. Why you have to be shy? Who make you shy for gift? It's just gift. Because sometimes people come to your life, they just come to give TikTok gift, no agenda. All right? Because I want to tell you all something. Sometimes when people give you gift, there is not, when I give somebody, let's say a corn or this whatever radio or whatever, it's just, this is for you. God bless you. That's it. Nothing I expect in return. Think about it. It's a very pure transaction. It's a very, what is it? There's nothing to give me back. Because when I give you, universe give me. You understand? When I give people that I love gifts, universe automatically give me more. It's like that. It's like, let's say you're a river, I have to give those gifts. So the river flows more to me. We call it like a potluck. You know, like the pot of gold for... Have you ever seen rich people ever run out of money? I'm just asking you, have you ever seen rich people run out of money? Have you ever seen your mother run out of love? Have you ever seen dogs run out of love? Have you ever seen your dog be like, I cannot love you more, I am already full? Because they are just like, oh, I'm a dog, I just here. You know? So, same thing, when people come to your life, Jane, one thing I notice, you are so pleasant. You greet people so well. But when people throw 1, 2 gifts, like, that's enough. It's like, what is this? Some people want to give you honestly. Just give as a family. That's it. Nothing. Take. Learn to take. Because that is your luck. You understand? Don't block your luck. You mean what I'm saying? If the universe is trying to bless you for your good work, for your good heart, for all your time, right? Because sometimes I know people, they complain to me and to God. They say, I work so hard, I do everything, but nobody sees me. Is it yes or no? You all think like that in your heart. Don't lie to me. You all think like that. I do so much, but I don't have. So open that gate. Allow the gifts to flow in. If you don't like it, exchange it, throw it away. But don't say, no, it's just gift. It's just nice gift, nice things. Right? The question, do you see? Hello, Jane. What question? What is the question? When you give, we make space to receive. Yes. Because I will tell you why it's important for you to receive. What we are doing is changing energy. When we give gifts, even why is TikTok so famous, even with 1 member heart? Have you realized, you ever ask yourself, why am I, even I ask myself, why am I sometimes like almost addicted to this? It's not the gift. I am not making bank on TikTok, but I'm happy on TikTok. I'm happy on YouTube. It's the feeling that we are trying to fulfill. So, you ever feel like you're having a bad day, then you sit on TikTok, right? Then somebody's FYP comes, somebody's talk comes, and your bad day gone. You didn't even give 1 gift, but somebody came in and changed your way of looking at things. How did that happen? It's a gift itself. So, the reason why I'm telling you, Jane, is you have been doing so much. You're giving, you take care, you host very well. You do host. Even I do TikTok host. She does like 10 people sit and talk to her. She hosts. So when people that like that program, people like your TikTok program. When you put 10 people and you entertain them, it's kind of like, okay, we have restaurant. We have lovely places, coffee shop. We have library. 10 people come there, they enjoy the space, they read books, they learn something and they go. You want to maintain yourself, So take the gift. Take the gift and maintain you, make it upgrade yourself. I am happy if you take the gift and you become so much more bigger. Never say never to anything that people. It's like you ever go to mosque, you ever go to church. There's a box outside. I'm just saying, okay. You and I know that we are all divine energy today. If mosque and church and all these non-profits can get a little donation box, why can't you? How are you different? You are the same energy. You are the same energy. You tell me today, Adam, I give you one bowl. Go stand in the intersection. Just sit. I will sit. I don't care how much money I make. I will go sit there. Because you know why? I have no ego. I am not shy. I used to be. But I am. You cannot, it's for me, it's a challenge. For me, it's like one more opportunity. I will meet somebody in the intersection who might think I'm homeless. Amazing. I might get some people to be kind to me. That's how my mind thinks. I'm thinking, okay, I'll go to the intersection, I'll stand there. Have you ever seen these YouTubers go and do social experiment? They ask for help. In return, that person get something in return. Have you ever seen that? Sometimes they YouTubers go pretend like they are, something else, and then they ask, can you give me something? And then some people say yes. Those who have, some don't have. Even to say no is a blessing, right? And then before you know it, actually that was an experiment. I don't need this. Here's this and a little extra. They put on. So it's just, why do people do that? Why do people beg, right? Why do people normalize asking, begging? Because if everybody asked and everybody is trained to get a yes and a no, then it becomes so normalized. Then receiving is normal, saying no is normal, giving is normal. Then there is no something to be, held back about asking. The reason why most of us are, I will tell you, why the inner child does not like to ask is because one thing our parents and society tell you, when you are children, don't go around asking, right? Because children, that's one thing you must make boundaries to your child. It's like you must tell your children, until you're 18, you can ask me, like for summer, right? Until you're 18, you can ask me, you can ask grandma, but you cannot ask outside of those bounds if you need anything. If I fail to provide you that, I will see what happened, then we'll go. Because sometimes you don't know, the outsider will say, oh, come, your dad is not okay, come to me, and kidnap some, right? So for that, I have to be, as children, we were protected by our family and our tribes. We were told, even when I went to school, said, don't take any candy from somebody if you don't know them, if they just came by. That is important. But as adults, we have seen many things. We have a basic understanding of scams and whatnot. Now, we are responsible for our lives, right? That's the difference. The child developmenting hasn't seen the ugliness of the world. We have discernment, that's the word. Now we know. You have been through a bad experience. I have been through bad. You have been through scams. I have been through scams. But you have been through opportunities. I have been through opportunities. Now, that's what the adult formed brain, the brain that even has gone through trauma, has learned something. It has learned that now I have a pretty damn good idea if something a scam is or not, right? And a lot of time now you all have graduated from that. Even if somebody tries to call and scam you, you laugh it off. You're like, oh, okay, fine, another troll. even I get so many. Sometimes I feel bad for them also. Sometimes when people try to scam me, I feel bad for them. I actually even try to give them therapy because I'm trying to find out the root cause behind their scams. Because it turns out, even if you look at many of these scams, if you look at the story behind it, it's, yes, literally, it's a sad story, some of these scams. Some you will laugh. Some of it I'm like, what are these certain like get rich quick nonsense getting to, like, whose idea was it? Was it passed down? It's like those things, what do you call that? Pyramid scheme, out of desperation. So that's why I'm saying, if you're a parent, your children don't have the, because for you to know how much is it hurts, and how being in the taking the wrong decision can hurt, it takes years. But for children, they don't know yet, they're still forming. So if you're a parent, absolutely put a guard around your children. Absolutely be behind. Like my parents, they allowed me freedom, but they were also, even now, even as a 40-year-old man, I still take what they say to me, and I still use it as part of my judgment day to day. Even my mother, even my father, even what I say today, they still take it and process it and take it as part of their processing. Because even what you say as a friend, as a TikToker, I still use it, and I say, oh, they make sense. They have certain things that are valuable to me that I can, use in day-to-day fixing my life, right? So what else did I say? That's it. Very simple. So may you receive more, and may you, if you want more, but if you have enough, that's also good. Education comes from all of it. You're right. So what's your plan for today? Haze, purple haze. It's 9 o'clock now, almost 1 hour. Let me go see if I have to respond to these comments. I'm going to play some music and chill now. 1 hour spoke. My groceries should be... okay, good. So you also have this. I have laundry to catch up. I'm going to sit and relax for a bit. And then I'll slowly get on with my day. So you all do what works. So self-care. My self-care is I binge watch TikTok. No, not TikTok, sorry, YouTube. TikTok I don't really, because it's short form. It's okay, but my brain doesn't like it. My brain likes long. Have you all noticed? I like I do life in segments because I'm used to a routine. So take YouTube. I like 20 minutes of this, 30 minutes. That's why I go crazy about telling you all to subscribe to my YouTube, because my attention span is long, and I'm proud of it. You want to build a long attention span, because that builds resilience, that builds patience. A lot of do card reflection, good. See, when you have a long attention span, you can sit through lectures. You can sit through educational courses, right? Because sometimes you have to be patient and complete something. You can't rush through everything. So I feel like, for me, I'm very happy to this. See, I was shaped by the way that you see me conduct myself. This is exact in a different setting, in a different classroom. This is exactly how I was educated. 8 o'clock class starts. We students were in uniform. Right? When I was a kid, whether I liked it or not, we wore a uniform, sat in class. 8 to 9, teacher teaches in the whiteboard. Before that, it was the blackboard. We pay so much attention, we take notes. Only after he's done teaching, we raise our hands and we ask a question. We took our educators seriously. We never commented in between him or her teaching, because for us, the act of them teaching us was itself so valuable. You want to know the value of education? Talk to a child who had to pretty much, you know how people who don't have food, or animals who don't have food, scavenge for food? You want to know the value of education. Talk to children and be around adults who scavenge for education so they can build a better life for themselves and their family. Must have respect. That's the one thing I wish for America, is that teachers and educators must have more respect and protect that. We should have because it's good to have some freedom of expression, but when someone is speaking and everybody has an opinion, that means they were not listening to the speaker. Listening is a skill. Yes, listening is a skill. Freedom of expression, yes. Listening is the skill that I will leave America with. Silent water, sacred sky, that came up. Okay. feel free to go through your day as needed. We started the morning amped up because we all woke up from a deep sleep or a little bit sleep, however you woke up. I hope you woke up refreshed. And then we filled our mind with some positive messages. We reflected a little bit. And now 9:10 for me. What did I tell you all a while ago that I was going to do? That I have laundry. It is a simple act of doing laundry. And I will take you along with me today to do laundry. All right. Sometimes I do it in a rush, but today I intend with me, to do it as it feels, to enjoy the moment of laundry. Because some of the the most funniest things I have heard in America, the complaints that America has also, taught me. Dishes. I was doing dishes happily in my kitchen before I got the dishwasher. Then someone came and said, I hate dishes. I hate doing dishes. And then somehow I'm like, okay, why do they hate dishes? All right, okay, I will believe them. I'll buy a dishwasher. Now I have extra time. All right. I like the chores that I do. Whatever I do, if I don't like it, I try not to do it. So, long story short, I have extra time. I'm going to do laundry and enjoy the moment. So come along with me. Let's see if I can take all of you to do laundry, depending on the Wi-Fi. We are going, as the music fills the house, we still work, as in we carry that energy and we do chores. We already slept all night. If you didn't sleep, too bad. You have to do laundry. So welcome. So these are the clothes. These are the coins. What did I tell you? You need a lot of patience. You're gonna wash it today. I think we can carry this stone. You have to carry both. Anything else that needs to be washed? Let me just scan around the house and see if I left anything anywhere. This one open. This is what detergent. I will fill that. Now, where's my? It's raining outside, so I'm going to put a coat on. Where's my coat? Which coat? Maybe this one. All right. You laughing? Of course. One second. There is some kind of smell. I have to put incense in a bit. You're right. That's why you laugh. Let me see if I can switch this so I can bring you all. You know what, folks? I don't know how to switch this to till I go and come back. So I will be going to the laundry room on my YouTube. If you want to see me do laundry, you gotta watch me on YouTube because I can't carry two devices anymore, you know. So I'll only carry one device and I'll leave this. Whoever wants to relax can sit in the living room. I will be in the laundry room with YouTube. So if you want to see me work, find me in YouTube. If you want to relax, sit here. Alright? Okay. How much do I have? I can check. Actually, you know what, folks? I'm just going to end the live because I had to carry both hands. Sorry. See you later, okay? I'll put it in the laundry room. Come back later. Huh?